I'm Dr Maryhan. I'm a child psychologist and I specialise in work with children, teenagers and adults that might be experiencing what I call big emotions.
Education is key. A lot of the issues that we have where people trivialise conditions just comes from a lack of education. So it's not appropriate in the moment necessarily when you've had an episode. It's much better to have a conversation before it happens or at another time after it's happened, and just explain what the condition is, how it manifests itself, what's happening physiologically and the ramifications afterwards. So, and be really upfront. And say things like, I may look like I'm fine, but this is what's happening after the episode and the impact that it has on my body. This is what I need to do to help myself, and this is how you might be able to support me with that. And you will always have people that will look externally, and that's why we've had such a huge struggles and huge campaigns in terms of raising awareness in terms of mental health, because if you have a physical disability that people can see, they're amazingly sympathetic and accommodating and supportive. But when it's not visible, they really don't understand. And I think if people actually understand what it is, if they understand the concepts behind it, if they understand how it affects you, then it's much easier. And part of that is then also educating yourself. And actually, it's having that conversation with yourself and being able to say that if they're ill-informed, then they're unlikely to be sympathetic. And if I've not created that open dialogue with them, how can I really expect them to be supportive and sympathetic? And in the rare situations where you have done everything, you've educated, you've explained things, it's just letting it go. And rather than getting into a very long dialogue with yourself about, well, why can't they? It's not fair and they should be supportive. It's just recognising in that one person that they're not ready, they're not prepared to do the right thing and do that support. It's difficult, I know, but it is being able to just let it go. That one person is not supporting me, and I'm going to let that one go. Tried your best with your boss and you've tried to explain the situation, you've looked to them for support and they still haven't offered it. I think you need to escalate it up. It's really key that the people that you work with understand your condition, because there's potentially serious consequences if they don't. And if you've tried to do it through an education basis, if you've tried to be upfront, if you've tried to explain how it impacts you, and they're not listening, then you do have to escalate it. And if you're working within an organisation where they've got a personnel or an HR, human resources department, great. Otherwise, go to your line manager's line manager.